Welcome to the first ever Fluffhammer 2-Minute Tuesday in a shameless rip-off of Peter McKinnon's 2-Minute Tuesdays. I've had a lot of people ask about the Iyanden scheme and how I did the yellow and stuff, so I thought what would be better than to just do a little mini video. So I'm going to do a little series called 2-Minute Tuesdays. I'm going to try every Tuesday to just pop up. It's probably, the video is going to end up 3-4 minutes long by the time I've done some rambling before and after. So I'll stick the timer on and we'll have a look at how we did the Iyanden yellow. So we're starting off with a base of sunset yellow from Colour Forge, and then I've zenithal primed it with white. I used matte white from Colour Forge again, but you could just use through an airbrush or dry brush it with a paintbrush. If you don't have sunset yellow from Colour Forge, that can be swapped for Avalanche Sunset from Citadel. Over that, we're going to hit it all with a wash of Imperial Fist yellow contrast paint. This can be done through a brush or through an airbrush. I've chosen airbrush for speed. Next up, we're going to do an all over wash. We're going to be using Iyanden yellow contrast paint, and we're going to be mixing that down 2 parts contrast medium to 1 part contrast paint. So 1 part Iyanden yellow, 2 parts contrast medium, and we're going to be using that as a wash all over the model. This will just generate some shading and it will fall into the recesses, which will give us a bit more visual impact. Next up, we're going to be doing an all over dry brush of Flash Gits yellow from Citadel. This is just going to be grab any dry brush that you want. I'm just using a cheap makeup brush here, but the key here is to make it really fine. As you can see, I'm putting almost no pigment down on the model here. I'm making sure I'm brushing off almost all of the paint on a tissue, and this is really fine just to clip the edges. And as you can see, it does make a nice difference, and it just builds in a lovely highlight. After that, we're going to be grabbing some dryad bark from Citadel, and we're going to be doing some chipping with that. Again, we're just aiming for subtlety here, so I'm just using a really small amount, and I'm just concentrating around all the edges, just anywhere that would be picking up actual battle damage and chips. And then we're going to be highlighting those chips with some Dawn yellow. You can do this with a brush, or again you can use a sponge and just chip over the existing chips we've done, just to give them a little bit of a highlight, but also it will pick up some of the raised edges and act as an edge highlight as well. I hope you like the yellow recipe for the Iyanden, and I hope you look forward to the next 2-Minute Tuesday. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.